And he's like, why are you doing it so early? Like, why do you care? Isn't this what you wanted?
My immediate reaction is, in my heart,
The air inside that courtroom didn't just hold silence, it held judgment. It clung to every breath, thick with betrayal, like the truth itself was suffocating to break free. Meri stood tall, trembling not from fear, but from fury. Eyes locked on Kody, the man who'd once called her the glue of the family, now reduced to fragments. The courtroom is quiet as Meri stands, hands shaking not with fear, but anger. In front of her, Kody refuses to look at her, and Robyn pales. The judge leans forward as Meri mouths for words that split the entire Brown legacy in half. That child isn't yours. Everything stops. The air, the whispers, the illusion. What happens next isn't just heartbreak kits, betrayal, DNA, deception, and a truth buried for 12 long years. Courthouse doors creak open, echoing like a warning to anyone stepping in. Nothing will ever be the same again. The air is heavy charged, electric. Kody Brown stands by the defense table, posture stiff, jaw locked. His signature hair is pulled back tight, but his composure is cracking. This time, his opponent isn't a network contract or a jealous ex, it's his own past. Robyn sits beside him, knuckles white, clutching a mountain of tissues. Her mascara is perfect now, but not for long. And across from them, cold, unflinching, magnetic is Meri. Her presence commands silence. She isn't angry. She's beyond anger. Her expression holds something sharper, betrayal too deep for words. The judge enters. Murmurs fade. The trial of Meri Brown versus Kody and Robyn Brown will now commence. This isn't custody. This isn't money. This is truth versus pretense. A decade-old secret clawing its way to the surfacey DNA test. A child, a lie that could burn this family tree to ashes. Months earlier, Meri vanished from the public eye. After her split from Kody, she went silent. No interviews, no cryptic posts. Just quiet. Until one late evening, Christine called. "Meri, I found something and it's going to hurt." Old hospital records. Birth registration forms. Dates that didn't line up. That was the first crack in the glass. Meri did what she never thought she would. She ordered a private DNA test. Not for her. For the truth. The result hit harder than any betrayal could. Solomon wasn't Kody's biological son. Today, she walks into court with proof and purpose. Kody once told her, "You're the glue, Meri. You hold us together." He forgot to mention no Lee when it suited him. After Robyn entered the picture, Meri was erased, ghosted, manipulated into believing she was the one drifting away. But now, the truth isn't emotionally biological. Meri's lawyer opens with surgical calm. This case isn't about family drama. It's about deception. It's about rewriting bloodlines for control. It's about accountability. Kody shifts. Robyn flinches. Meri sits unblinking. When Kody takes the stand, he performs the charm, the pity, the denial. We've had issues, sure. Meri's always been dramatic. But the moment Exhibit B, the sealed DNA report, hits the table, his face drains of color. "Mr. Brown, do you recognize this document?" "I don't know what that is." It's the DNA paternity test. 6 months old. It confirms, with 99.9% accuracy, you are not Solomon Brown's father. The courtroom gasps. Robyn freezes. Kody stares down. Meri doesn't move. The silence is deafening. Meri finally speaks. He always knew. The judge's gavel slams. Emails, messages. Proof that Kody and Robyn hid the truth, using it to fracture the family from within. Robyn crumbles. Kody burns with humiliation. The press erupts outside. Cameras flash. Reporters scream questions. Meri doesn't answer. She whispers to her lawyer, "This isn't revenge. It's redemption." What began as whispers of suspicion now threatens to rewrite every episode of their lives. Because once DNA enters the courtroom, there's no script left to hide behind. The next WitnessSunNurse.com professional. She confirms the impossible. Another man visited Robyn at the hospital the night Solomon was born. Not Kody, someone else. Shock ricochets through the room. The judge recesses early. Meri leaves, head high. Christine and Janelle exchange glances. They see now what Meri saw years ago. Day 2 dawns. The courtroom feels colder. The cameras are gone, but the weight remains. Christine, Janelle, even Logan, Kody's son, sit in silence as the next witness enters. A man in his late 40s. Pressed shirt. Nervous hands. Darren Holt. No one recognizes him, except Robyn. Her face drains white. She whispers, "No, not him." Under oath, he speaks. "I dated Robyn before she married Kody. On and off, 3 years. She called me while pregnant. Said she wasn't sure who the father was." Kody explodes. The judge silences him. "Did she ask you to visit her after the birth?" "Yes. She told me I had to see him." "And what did you see?" Darren's voice cracks. "He looked like me." 12 years of silence broken. The courtroom freezes. The lawyer presses further. "Did Robyn tell you he might be your son?" "She did. Said the timelines were too close. Begged me to keep quiet for Solomon's sake." The judge orders a new DNA test. Robyn pleads, "This isn't fair. They're twisting everything." But it's too late. The truth has momentum now. Outside, chaos reigns. Hashtag not code disguide trends. Meri stands still amid the storm. Christine finally says, "You were right all along." Inside a closed room, Kody erupts at Robyn. "You knew. You made me look like a fool." Robyn fires back. "You were never there. Darren was." The marriage that began in secrets is ending in confession. HOOK final. The courtroom's not just a battlefield anymore. It's a graveyard for lies. And tomorrow, the last shovel of truth will be thrown. Day 3. Robyn takes the stand. Pale, hollow eyes, red from sleepless nights. "Did you ever suspect Solomon wasn't Kody's biological son?" "I did." "Did you tell him?" "No, it would have destroyed him." "So you let him raise a child under a lie?" Robyn sobs. "I did it to protect the family." The lawyer fires back. "No, you did it to protect yourself." Then one last question. "Was there anyone else who knew?" The room tightens. Robyn hesitates. Then nods. Yes, someone else knew from the start. The crowd stirs. Christine whispers, "Who?" Robyn's eyes lock on Janelle. You told me to bury it. You said it would ruin the kids." Pandemonium. Janelle bolts upright. "That's a lie." The gavel slams. Court adjourned. Christine grips Janelle's arm. "Tell me she's lying." Janelle says nothing. Meri watches. No triumph. Just exhaustion. Because every secret revealed seems to spawn another. Is Janelle guilty or protecting something even darker? The Brown family's final truth is still buried, but the cracks are widening. And next time, what crawls out might not just end reputations, might end the family for good. Not just end reputations, might end the family for good. The air in the courtroom feels heavier than law should allow. Thick, electric, pulsing with dread. Every eye is fixed on Janelle. She isn't trembling. She isn't hiding. She's simply ready. And that calm before confession is far more terrifying than any outburst could ever be. Meri's attorney launches cautiously. "Janelle, you've been in this family for decades. You know its inner workings better than anyone. Let's begin simply. Did you know Solomon may not be Kody's biological son?" Silence. A pause that stretches too long. And yes, the word detonates. Gasps ripple through the gallery. Christine's hand flies to her mouth. Even Kody flinches. Robyn, seated at the defense table, doesn't move at all. The attorney blinks, stunned. "You confess that?" "I do." The courtroom spins in disbelief. Meri leans forward, eyes blazing not with rage, but with heartbreak wrapped in disbelief. "When did you learn this?" The lawyer presses. Janelle exhales deeply as though releasing a secret she's carried like poison. "The day Solomon was born. Robyn called me in tears. Said there was a chance the baby wasn't Kody's. She was terrified. She said Darren had been there at the same time, that things overlapped. I told her she needed to know, but she refused a test. Said Kody would never find out. Said it would destroy him. And you agreed to keep quiet? Another pause. Yes. Christine shakes her head. No, not Janelle. But it's not about what Janelle knew, it's about why she never said it. The lawyer moves closer. You were Meri's best friend once. Why didn't you tell her? Janelle's eyes glisten. Because I was scared. Of what? Of losing everything we had. She turns toward Meri, voice cracking. I'm not proud of it, Meri, but you have to understand back then, everything was collapsing. You were being pushed out. Christine was furious. And Robyn was the glue, or so we told ourselves. If Kody had known, the whole family would have exploded. So yes, I helped bury it. And I regret it every single day. Some betrayals cut with fury. Others bleed with remorse, and the quiet ones leave the deepest scars. Meri stares at her for what feels like forever. Then she stands. Your Honor, she says softly, I'd like to ask her one question. The judge nods. Meri walks slowly toward the witness stand, each step echoing through the courtroom. Her voice trembles, but not with anger, with pain. Did you ever think about how that lie hurt me? Janelle's lips part, but no words come. Then finally, I did. But I thought you were strong enough to survive it. Meri's eyes flash. I wasn't. She turns and walks back to her seat. The silence that follows her is louder than any scream. In this courtroom, truth doesn't just speak, it scars. Because sometimes the people who claim to protect you are the ones holding the knife. Behind closed doors, the attorneys argue over Janelle's confession. Kody sits pale, jaw tight. She betrayed us, he mutters. They all betrayed us. Robyn fires back, voice sharp and shaking. You betrayed us first. The moment I gave birth, you stopped being our husband. The words slice through the air, and for the first time, Kody doesn't deny it. Back on the stand, the judge shifts course. I want a character testimony from someone not directly involved. Meri's lawyer nods. We have one. Christine steps forward. The courtroom reacts instantly. Even the stenographer freezes mid-type. Christine is sworn in. Her voice doesn't waver, it cuts. I left this family because of lies. Because of silence. Because of fear. She locks eyes with Kody. And because my husband stopped being one. Then, turning to Meri, I didn't know what Robyn or Janelle knew, but I saw what it did to you. I watched you fade away while we pretended everything was fine. You vanished from our family photophysically and emotionally, and I was too cowardly to stand beside you. Her voice breaks, but her spine doesn't. She glares at Janelle. You were supposed to be her sister. Then back to Meri. But I am now. Starting today. Meri looks down, tears slipping silently. Not for Kody, not for the deception, for the sisterhood that might finally be healing. This trial isn't just tearing down lies, it's reconstructing truth, scar by scar. Outside, crowds chant, justice for Meri. DNA doesn't lie. Truth hurts, but heals. Inside, the judge makes a stunning declaration. Because of the emotional weight of today's testimony, court is adjourned until Monday. I advise all parties to consult, counsel, and consider settlement. Kody storms out, furious. Robyn stays seated, hollow-eyed. And Janelle, she walks slowly toward Meri. I'm sorry, she whispers. Meri doesn't respond. But this time, she doesn't look away either. That night, in her dim hotel room, Meri opens an old email, draft one she never sent. 2. Kody subject. You lost me before I left. She reads it, breathes once, then deletes it. Not because it isn't true, because he no longer deserves her truth. Her phone buzzes. Unknown number. One message, you need to know something else. Call me. It's about Solomon's birth certificate. CNDD Darren. Meri dials instantly. Meri, Darren says, voice tense. The name on the certificate was changed weeks after the birth. What? I checked. Someone requested a legal amendment. Quietly, the original name wasn't Brown. The line goes dead. Some secrets destroy reputations. Others rewrite reality. Monday morning. Meri walks into court with a folder clutched tight. The judge calls for silence. I've received new documents over the weekend. If authentic, they could change the entire case. Robyn turns pale. Kody doesn't look up. Meri steps forward, handing over the folder. Inside Solomon's original birth certificate. The surname Solomon Holt altered 1 month after birth. Signature Robyn Brown. Chaos detonates. Kody slams his hands on the table. You changed his name and didn't tell me? Robyn breaks down. I didn't know what else to do. You weren't there. But Kody isn't angry now. He isn't even broken. He's empty, cold, because deep down, he finally understands. He built an entire life, an entire family around a lie. And now, that lie is burning. The truth has a demand, it's not brown. Burning. The truth has a demand, it's not brown. Every lie eventually leaves a trail. But in this courtroom, the trail isn't ink. It's blood, signatures, and betrayal buried under years of silence. But what else changed? What else is hiding beneath the deception? And how far does the cover-up truly reach? Share your thoughts below. Do you believe Robyn was shielding Kody or herself? Session 4, Monday, 11:14 a.m. The courtroom isn't loud, but it vibrates with tension, the kind that comes before an explosion. Kody's jaw is locked tight, his fists bone white against the table. Robyn's eyes are swollen from tears, her shoulders slumped in defeat. On the judge's bench lies the birth certificate, the name Solomon Holt, glaring like a ghost no one invited. It's no longer about DNA. It's about deception, intent, and manipulation hidden in ink. Judge Wilcox adjusts his glasses, his gaze heavy. Changing a name isn't illegal, he begins carefully. But if it was done to deceive a legal guardian or spouse, that's another story. Kody slams his hand on the table. Another story. I signed school forms, insurance papers, every legal document for years, believing he was mine. That's not confusion. That's fraud. Robyn's voice cracks. I didn't do it to deceive you, Kody. I did it because I was terrified. Fear doesn't just hide the truth, it manufactures a new one. The judge summons Robyn back to the stand. This time, the questions cut sharper. Did you knowingly forge documents after Solomon's birth? Robyn hesitates long enough for everyone to feel the answer before she says it. I made the request, but I didn't act alone. Meri's lawyer leans forward. Who helped you? Robyn turns her trembling gaze toward the back of the courtroom. Kody's father, William Brown. Collective gasp sweeps through the room. Christine freezes. Meri's eyes widen. Kody stares at Robyn like she's just shattered what remained of his soul. Excuse me, the judge interrupts. You said William Brown, Kody's father, assisted you. Robyn nods weakly. He knew. I was desperate. Kody and I weren't married yet, but William told me no one ever had to know. He said it was for the family's good. Reporters sprint out of the courthouse to break the story. Inside, Meri's attorney wastes no time. Your Honor, we request a subpoena of William Brown's communications and handwritten notes related to this matter. The judge agrees. Subpoena granted. But there's one problem. William Brown has been dead for 6 years. No testimony. No defense. Only what he left behind. When the documents arrive, the truth is worse than anyone imagined. Among dusty papers lies an envelope marked Solomon Legal. Inside a letter. Robyn is not to blame. She's frightened. I told her to claim the child as Kody's. If this truth surfaces, the family will crumble. We'll change the certificate quietly. Kody doesn't need truth. He needs stability. W.B. Meri's face drains of color. Manipulation from beyond the grave. In court, the letter is read aloud. Kody's shoulders slump under its weight. Mr. Brown, the judge asks, do you wish to respond? Kody whispers, I don't know what's real anymore. The judge doesn't flinch. Belief doesn't matter here, Mr. Brown. Facts do. And this was a cover-up. The gavel falls. Meri's claim of paternity fraud now carries legal merit. A civil trial will proceed unless settled. Robyn collapses into sobs. Kody stares at Meri, not in anger, but in hollow recognition, because he finally understands he may never truly know which children are biologically his. And worse, he might never trust another soul again. You can lie to the world, but you can't lie to blood. It always finds a way to surface. Recess. Meri sits in the hallway, scrolling through unsent drafts on her phone. She opens one addressed to Solomon. "You were never the cause. I fought this to protect truth, not to destroy family." She doesn't send it. She just breathes, steady, strong, ready. That night, an envelope slides under her hotel door. No name, no return address. Inside a flash drive labeled Kody Private Audio, Meri plugs it in. A faint, grainy recording plays. Robyn's voice first. "If Meri ever finds out, it's over. We'll claim Solomon was premature. That covers the timeline." Then Kody's voice. "Just make sure the paperwork matches. She'll never question it if it's clean." Meri freezes, plays it again, and again. What she holds isn't rumor, it's evidence. Intent, collusion, criminal deceit. Wednesday morning, she hands the drive to her lawyer. Verify it. Then file it. Minutes later, chaos detonates. Audio forensics confirm the tape is authentic. Robyn breaks down completely. Kody sits motionless. The judge exhales heavily. This recording shows deliberate deception by both parties with intent to falsify documents. He declares, "This case is referred to the district attorney's office for criminal review." Gasps, murmurs, headlines waiting to explode. The courtroom becomes a battlefield of silence. Meri walks past Kody, pauses, then smiles, not in triumph but release. Robyn reaches for her. Meri stops her hand midair. "You had 12 years to tell the truth. I gave you every chance." Then she walks out, leaving behind the echoes of every lie ever told. The courtroom has fallen, but the real question remains. What will happen when Solomon himself takes the stand? Session 5, the series finale. Will Kody defend Robyn or finally walk away forever? Stay tuned. The truth isn't finished speaking yet. The truth has been clawing its way to the surface, and today it finally speaks. Not through lawyers, not through lies, but through the trembling voice of a boy who never asked to be the center of chaos. The judge enters. "Before we proceed," he says, "we will hear one final statement from the boy at the heart of this case." Every head turns. The air shifts. Solomon Brown, 12 years old, thin, trembling, steps into the courtroom. Christine covers her mouth. Janelle lowers her gaze. Because when a child testifies, it's not evidence anymore. It's raw, unfiltered truth. Solomon unfolds a letter, hands shaking. His voice quivers, but it carries the weight of generations. "My name is Solomon. I was raised believing my dad was Kody, and that we were this big, loving family." He pauses, swallowing hard. "But this year, I found out that wasn't true. The silence is absolute. I don't know who my real dad is. I don't know why I was lied to. But I do know this. It's not my fault." His voice cracks. Kody's lips tremble. Robyn sobs. "And I just wanted to say to Meri, I'm sorry. I didn't know any of this. But thank you for fighting for the truth even when it hurt." Meri's tears fall quiet, dignified. Solomon folds the letter and looks to the judge. "I just want to know who I am." The judge nods, his tone solemn. Outside, the media calls him the boy at the center of the Brown trial. But inside is no symbol, just a child caught in the wreckage of grown-ups' lies. Now the court must decide whether Meri's claim warrants full civil judgment, and whether criminal charges will follow for document forgery and emotional fraud. But before that, one final witness, Kody Brown himself. He rises slowly, not looking at anyone, adjusts the mic. And for once, he speaks like a man stripped of pretense. "I wanted to believe I was Solomon's father. I loved him, still do." He exhales deeply. "But I saw the signs, the timelines, the doubts. I just didn't want to face them." He grips the stand. I let my wives down, all of them. I was ruled by pride and fear. I lied to myself. And I let Robyn lie for me. Gasps ripple through the gallery. Robyn's face shatters. Kody continues. But I'm here now. Because the truth is worth more than my reputation. More than our show. More than everything. Sometimes redemption doesn't come through victory. It comes through loss. The kind that strips a man bare until only truth remains. The courtroom stills. Robyn stammers, "You're throwing me under the bus." Kody turns, voice steady. "No, I'm setting us both free." Meri doesn't gloat. No smile, no triumph, only release. The kind that feels like exhaling after years of holding your breath. The judge nods to the attorneys. Closing arguments. Meri's lawyer rises, measured but unrelenting. "This isn't about paperwork," he begins. "It's about 12 years of lies. About a child robbed of identity. About a woman cast aside for asking questions." He glances at Meri. She didn't come here for revenge. She came to reclaim truth. Robyn's lawyer follows, soft-voiced, almost pleading. She acted from fear, not malice. Desperation, not deceit. The court listens, then waits. The judge withdraws to chambers. An hour drags by, silent, suffocating. Solomon sits clutching a small stuffed bear given by a stranger outside. Christine whispers, "I can't believe this is real." Janelle answers quietly, "It is." Meri sits still, unmoving. She's not rehearsing words. She's not anticipating headlines. She's just being. Finally, the door opens. The judge returns, verdict in hand. After considering all testimony, evidence, and precedent, he says firmly, "This court is prepared to rule." He looks to Meri. "Mrs. Brown, your action for civil paternity fraud is granted. You are awarded damages totaling $265,000 for emotional distress and reputational harm." Meri exhales, steady, restrained. Regarding the falsification of legal records and concealment of paternity, the judge continues. "This matter is referred to the district attorney's office for criminal investigation." Robyn bursts into tears. The courtroom buzzes with whispers. Turning to